To most people, a dog's bark is just noise, loud, repetitive, maybe even annoying. But what if I told you that every bark is a message, and your dog has been speaking to you in a secret code all along? From the rapid-fire yaps at the window to the deep chesty woofs in the middle of the night, each bark carries meaning, and some of them will surprise you. Today we'll decode the hidden language of barking, and I promise by the end, you'll never hear your dog's voice the same way again. Picture this. You walk through the door. Suddenly, boom, your dog launches into action. Is it a canine dance party? A one-dog parade? Nope, it's just your arrival, and apparently it's the social event of the year. You'd think you were a celebrity, the way your dog's tail is spinning like a propeller and those barks are flying out like confetti. Ever wonder if your neighbors think you're hiding a secret dog circus? But here's the science. Those high-pitched, rapid-fire barks? They're not just noise. They're your dog's way of saying, "You're home. You're home. I missed you so much I might explode." It's excitement, affection, and pure joy, all rolled into one adorable sound. And let's be honest, doesn't it feel amazing to know your dog reserves this over-the-top greeting just for you? Sorry, delivery guy, you're not on the VIP list. Ever notice how they greet you louder than anyone else? That's because to them, you are the event of the day. If you've ever left the house and neighbors reported your dog barking endlessly, that wasn't defiance, it was heartbreak. Ever wonder what's really going on when your dog's bark echoes through an empty house? It's not just noise, it's a canine SOS. Those long, drawn-out barks with dramatic pauses in between are your dog's way of saying, "Hey, where'd you go? Did you forget about me already?" It's like they're auditioning for the world's most heart-wrenching solo performance. Picture this. A child calling out, "Mom, Dad," over and over hoping for an answer. Sound familiar? That's your pup, channeling their inner toddler, convinced you vanished into thin air. Who knew dogs could be such drama queens? And then, bam! The moment you walk through the door, it's like you're a rock star returning from tour. The tail wags, the happy jumps, the "where have you been" energy. Admit it, you love the attention. Heartbreaking? Yes, but also proof of how deeply you matter. Suddenly your dog explodes at the window. The mail carrier approaches, cue the canine siren. Bark, bark, bark. It's like your dog's auditioning for a role in a security thriller. Is it a burglar, a squirrel, or just the poor delivery guy again? Your pup transforms into a four-legged alarm system, channeling their inner superhero. Who needs a doorbell when you've got this furry sentinel on duty? Imagine them shouting, "Red alert! Intruder at 3 o'clock!" Or maybe, "Hey you, step away from the house or face the wrath of my bark." But here's the twist. Did you know your dog's bark changes depending on who's at the door? Stranger, deep, serious woofs, friend? It's more like, "Oh, hey, you're back. Let's party." It's not just noise, it's a secret code, a Morse code of barks. Are you cracking the code or just covering your ears? Next time, instead of scolding, try thanking them. Good job, guard dog. Learning something new? Tap subscribe and keep going. Ever held a toy out of reach? Or maybe you've played the wait for dinner game, just a few extra seconds, but to your dog, it's an eternity. Suddenly, you're hit with that bark, sharp, snappy, and about as subtle as a toddler in a candy aisle. You know the one. "Hey human, what's the holdup?" It's not aggression, it's pure unfiltered impatience. Can you blame them? Wouldn't you bark if someone dangled pizza just out of reach? Honestly, it's hilarious. Your dog is basically roasting you for being slow, like an impatient moviegoer, heckling from the back row. And if they throw in a dramatic paw tap, that's the canine equivalent of rolling their eyes and saying, "Seriously?" That's canine sass at its finest. Out in the yard, chasing a ball, have you ever noticed those silly, bouncy barks, sometimes with a goofy growl thrown in for good measure? It's like your dog saying, "Come on, let's go again." These are the giggles of the dog world, high-pitched, unpredictable, and totally contagious. It's as if your pup is cracking up at their own jokes, tail wagging like a metronome on double speed. Scientists say play barks are nothing like those serious stranger danger alarms. Nope, these are lighter, almost musical. If Beethoven wrote a symphony for dogs, this would be the soundtrack. And let's be honest, who hasn't tried barking back, just to see if your dog thinks you're hilarious or completely lost it? The result? Pure, unfiltered joy on both sides. Suddenly, you're both in on the joke. That back and forth is more than fun, it's bonding. Dogs bark to invite us into their joy. You're on Zoom deep into work and suddenly, bark! You look up. There they are, eyes locked, tail wagging as if to say, "Did you forget someone?" 3 barks, a dramatic pause, and maybe a little hop. Is your dog auditioning for a role in your meeting? It's not rudeness. It's pure canine charisma. They're not interrupting. They're making sure you remember who's really in charge of your schedule. Ever notice how one bark can turn a whole room's attention? Dogs are masters of the group chat, except their notifications are way louder. It's their version of sending a text notification. Short, sharp, and absolutely impossible to ignore. Question for you. Has your dog ever texted you with a bark during dinner? That's them hitting send on their needs. When a dog feels cornered, their bark drops into a rapid, lower-pitch series. But have you ever seen those tiny, nervous steps backward? It's almost as if your dog is saying, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, let's not do anything crazy here." Look at those wide, worried eyes and that tucked tail. Does this look like a dog ready to attack, or one begging for a little mercy? Spoiler alert, it's the second one. Imagine a kid on the playground shouting, "Stay back!" while shuffling away from the dodgeball champion. We've all been there, right? That's your dog, overwhelmed, outmatched, and just hoping for a little breathing room. Can you blame them? It's important because it tells us respect their boundaries. Recognizing this bark can prevent bites and build trust. Every bark isn't a threat. Sometimes it's a plea for safety. Ever see your dog tilt their head bark once or twice, then pause? That's the curiosity bark. It's like punctuation, a question mark in sound form. They've heard something odd, a beep, a new voice, or maybe a strange rustle. They're essentially asking, "What's that?" Ever tried mimicking it back? Some owners do, and guess what? The dog repeats, creating a hilarious bark dialogue. It's their way of brainstorming with you, turning confusion into conversation. At night, you hear soft little woofs as your dog's paws twitch in dreamland. Ever wonder what they're dreaming about? Those tiny barks are like whispers from their dream world. Maybe they're chasing after that elusive squirrel, or perhaps they're the hero in their own adventure, protecting you from imaginary foes. Hearing those muffled barks is like catching your pup's midnight diary. Admit it, have you ever smiled in the dark, wondering what adventure they're reliving? That's pure heart melt. When one dog starts barking suddenly, it's like a canine flash mob. Before you know it, the whole block is singing backup vocals. Have you ever wondered why your dog just can't resist joining in? This isn't just noise, this is teamwork, pure and simple. It's the ultimate group project, and nobody wants to be left out. Back in the wild, this was the original group text. A way to say, hey, we're all here and we've got each other's backs. Outsiders, beware. These days, it's more like a family cheer at a sports game, full of excitement, a little chaos, and a whole lot of spirit. Who's the loudest? Who cares? Everyone's in on the fun. If you've ever had your dog bark because a neighbor's dog started it, you've witnessed the canine equivalent of joining a group chat. Loud, loyal, and a little silly. The rarest bark is the soft, almost murmured woof, given when your dog is lying close, relaxed, and staring at you. Have you ever been lounging on the couch, lost in your phone, when suddenly, there it is, that gentle, barely there bark? Not a feed me bark, not a who's at the door bark. Nope, this one is pure, unfiltered love. It's like your dog is saying, hey, just checking in, still your favorite, right? Some people call it a talking bark, but honestly, it's more like your dog's way of sending you a voice memo. I'm here, I love you, And by the way, you're doing great. Who needs a therapist when you've got a furry cheerleader at your side? If you've ever heard it, you know exactly what I mean. It's the kind of moment that makes you pause, smile, and maybe even wonder, how did I get so lucky to have this four-legged friend? It's the kind of bark that doesn't demand a response, only recognition. A verbal hug wrapped in fur. Every bark your dog gives is a message, a little love note written in sound. Which of these touched your heart the most? Tell me in the comments, then keep discovering their hidden language in our Dog Psychology Facts playlist. Subscribe for more science-backed dog stories. Your pup will thank you.